Hey everybody, how's it going? Welcome to episode 60 of Wrestling with Brent. The usual spiel. I'm just going over the wrestling reviews. Kind of a lot to talk about. I'm going to talk about AEW Dynamite and the premiere episode of AEW Rampage. And also I'm going to review the big AAA Conan Mexico wrestling event that happened Saturday night. Had the big match between Kenny Omega and Andrade. It was a good match. I liked it. I'll review that, and I'll talk a little bit about Ring of Honor. Uh, yep, so here we go. Uh, all right, first let's start off with Wednesday night's Dynamite. AEW Dynamite. I got on my AEW shirt here. Very cool. Uh, anyway, I thought this was a good show. A lot of people online didn't like it, but I thought it was a good show. I enjoyed it. Uh, yep. I liked at the very beginning they did like a little graphic and they did a little tribute to Bobby Eaton, so I thought that was nice of them. Uh, Starts out the show after the tribute to Bobby Eaton. They MJF and Wardlow are backstage. MJF said Jericho never beat him. MJF cut a nice little promo. It was good. I liked it. Uh, next, the Young Buck, being the elite music comes out. Young Bucks Kenny Omega along with Don Callis, Nakazawa and Brandon Cutler. Don Callis is again on commentary and he was hilarious. Him and JR and all the other commentators feed off each other really well. Uh, there's a lot of funny little jokes in there. Uh, but the match was a trios match. Kenny Omega and the Young Bucks with Dante Martin and the Sydal brothers. This was a good match. I liked it. I thought it was entertaining. Ended with Omega hitting a V trigger, hit the one winged angel. The Bucks hit a pair of super kicks on both of the Sydal brothers. Uh, Omega and the Bucks hit a triple BTE trigger and got the victory. So Kenny Omega and the Young Bucks got the win, but Dante Martin really showed off in this match, and I just really like him. He's just a really good wrestler. Uh, very athletic, can do all the high flying stuff. Uh, has really good balance, really good body control of his body. Just super talented guy. Um, yes, this was a fun match. I liked it. It was fun. After the match, Tony Schiavone got in the ring to interview the Elite. Don Callis took the mic. Said it's great to be here with the greatest. Christy Cage interrupt. Christy Cage gets a big reaction. Uh, Callis calls Cage a Stanford stooge. Says there's 10 of us and one of you are you really stupid. Dragon Express come out and they back up Christy Cage. Yep. So it was a good match. I liked it. Commercial break. Break from commercial. Everybody's in the ring. Callis is talking more in the ring. Uh, basically set up Omega's match for Rampage for the Impact World Championship, which we'll talk about a little bit later. Very good match, by the way. I really enjoyed Rampage. I thought it was a great show, especially being their debut show. I thought it was very good. Jungle Boy got on the mic. He talked to Tony Khan. He talked to Tony Khan, and the little promo was good. Uh, so the match was good. I liked it. Video package from Malachi Black. The video, it was good. The video package from Miro. Fuego del Sol will challenge for the TNT title, at Rampage on Friday, which I'm going to talk about. Then you're going to see it in 2.0 make the entrance. 2.0 was the Everrise of NXT. Darby Allin's out next, accompanied by the Icon Sting. Led to the match, Darby Allin versus Daniel Garcia. I thought this was a good match. Darby Allin looked really good. Towards the end, Garcia caught a springboard coffin drop into a near naked choke. Darby hit a stunner. That Woodbury stunner that he likes to hit, and Darby went up for a coffin drop and got to 1, 2, 3. Very good match. After the match, 2.0 attacked Darby. Sting took out both of them. Darby runs from the ring and takes down one of them. Sting hit a suplex on the ramp. And 2.0 crawled away. So it was a good match. I liked it. Next, we get a promo from Death Triangle, Phoenix and them. Pac says not to worry about Andrade. So, yeah, good promo. Orange Cassidy's make his entrance next with Chuck Taylor and Willie Utah. Hardy Family Officer out next. Orange Cassidy, Chuck Taylor, and Willie Utah versus Matt Hardy Private Party. I've watched Willie Utah a lot in Ring of Honor. He's a good wrestler. Puts on good matches. I've always been a fan of Orange Cassidy, fan of Chuck Taylor, fan of Willie Utah, fan of Matt Hardy, his stable, and Private Party. I like the Hardy Family Office and Matt Hardy's new character gimmick, whatever you want to call it. I like it. This was a good, fun match. I liked it. It basically ended with Hardy throwing Quinn into Orange Cassidy. Hardy had a twist of fate on Utah and got the victory. So the Hardy family also got the win. After the match, Dasha's backstage with Andrade. Dasha looking beautiful as always. Andrade cut a nice little promo on Pac saying he was ungrateful. Yeah, so it was good. I liked it. Good match, a good promo afterwards. Commercial break. That's for commercial. There's a video package for FTR by Santana and Ortiz. It was good. The next match was Nyla Rose making her entrance. The match was Nyla Rose versus Chris Statlander. I thought it was a good match. I liked it. Rick Guerrero was going crazy screaming the whole match at ringside. But yes, it was a good match. I liked it. Towards the end, Statlander hit a powerbomb. Statlander hit an area, didn't hit her finisher, but she went to the top of it and hit a surprising 450, caught the area 451 and hit a real nice splash and got the 3 count on Nyla Rose. It was a good match. Chris Statlander beat Nyla Rose. After the match, the Young Bucks are backstage and they cut a promo. Yep, so there was that. Commercial break. Back from commercial. Did a video package with Britt Baker and Red Velvet. Tony Schiavone introduces Britt Baker. Britt Baker got a big crowd reaction to her being in her hometown of Pittsburgh. She got a really good ovation. Red Velvet run down and attacked Britt. Referee broke him up and the crowd let out huge DMD chants. Yep. Then we got a video package for Ricky Starks versus Brian Cage. That was good. Dark Order make their entrance. Scott D'Amore from Impact joins the commentary booth. Was the Impact World Tag Team Championship Good Brothers versus Evil Uno and Stu Grayson. I thought this was a good match. I thought the Dark Order was going to win. But basically Carl Anderson hit the gun stun. Then the Good Brothers hit the Magic Killer, and they got the victory. It was a good tag team match. I liked it. Hard fought tag team match. I liked it. Good Brothers to your Impact World Tag Team Champions. So good match. I liked it. Next, we'll get a video package for the NWA Women's title. Camille versus Layla Hirsch. Turner Schiavone's in the ring with QT Marshall. QT cut a good promo. Paul White comes in. Paul White basically hit the choke slam. Yep. So it's basically sort of a match between Paul White and QT Marshall. So it's been a good match. So yep, this is cool. I liked it. Commercial break. Back from commercial. They talk about George Janela's recent attack on Sunny Kiss on Dark Elevation. He turned heel and turned on Sunny Kiss. That's been coming up for a while now. It was a really cool beatdown. If you hadn't seen it, it was very cool. George Janela attacked Sunny from behind, beat the crap out of her, and powered her on the steel barricade. So that was cool. Steel walkway. So that was cool. Out in the crowd, or near the crowd. So yeah. The next match is Chapter 4 of the 5 Levels of Jericho. Chris Jericho versus Wardlow with MJF, in his corner at ringside. I thought this was a good match. I liked it. Basically ended with the ref ejecting MJF to leave ringside. Jericho got the bat, his bat Floyd. He hit Wardlow. Then he hit the Judas Effect to get the 1-2-3 over Wardlow. So Jericho beat Wardlow. After that, Shawn Spears attacked Jericho from behind. Sammy Guevara ran down and attacked Spears. Wardlow took out Sammy. MJF got back in the ring and locked in something up on Jericho. Jericho tapping out. Hager runs down, chases out the Pinnacle. MJF got a mic and said he's the fifth label, but the stipulation is this. That's with no Judas effect, no Judas music. Said the Smokes, the fans won't better sing along with Judas, with Jericho. He said if Jericho hit the Judas effect, MJF automatically wins. MJF makes a prediction for next week. He said Jericho hadn't met his match. He met his successor match about Jericho Freeman, MJF. Dynamite ends with MJF shouting out the crowd, and Jericho is checked on by doctors. So that was the end of Dynamite. It was a good match. I liked it. I was glad Jericho won. Meant to see who's going to win the Jericho MJF match. I think MJF's going to win. But anyway, I think it should be a good match. I personally really enjoyed this probably with Jericho. Thought it's all been good, especially the Nick Gage match probably being my best, my favorite. I even liked 2-2 match. I thought it was good. It wasn't as bad as people said it was. People just love to bag on Jericho these days. But I love Jericho. I still think he's great and awesome. I've always loved Jericho. To me, he's still very good. He's very good on the microphone still, very good at promos. Can still put together a good match, have a good match. He's still, just very believable. He's very good on commentary as well. Yeah. So, but I like this match. Thought it was good. Jericho beat Wardlow. Yeah. So I thought this was a good Dynamite show. I enjoyed it. I'm gonna give it a 6.5 out of 10. Thought it was a good show. I liked it. So another good AEW show. I liked it. So yep. There's that. AEW was good. 6.5 out of 10 for me. Yep. All right, next I want to talk about AEW Rampage. This was the very first show on Friday night. Came on after SmackDown. Yep. This was a very good show. I really liked it. It was only an hour, but I thought it went by quick, and I just really liked it. It was a lot of people on commentary with the addition of Mark Henry. But I thought they did good. Mark Henry didn't speak a whole lot, but when he did, he made it, some good points. Said some funny stuff. Jericho was over the top, great on commentary as always. I love Jericho. He was like bipolar, just back and forth all over the place. Really excited and really, into it. I thought he did a really good job. Yeah. So this was a really good show. I really liked it. I thought the whole show was excellent. The Christian Cage Kenny Omega opening match was great. I loved it. Very good match. I really enjoyed it. Had some interference toward the end of the match that caused Christian Cage to basically get a chair and basically hitting the Unpretty on a chair and beat Kenny Omega. Very good match. I really enjoyed it. I just really loved this match. So Christian Cage surprisingly beat Kenny Omega. It was also for the Impact World Championship, so Christian Cage is now your new Impact World Champion. So very good match. I really enjoyed it. Very hard fought, very back and forth, a lot of action. Just a great fun match. I really liked it. After that, Jurassic Express come out and celebrate Christian Cage as Christian Cage held up the Impact World Championship. Commercial. Back from commercial, Mark Henry was interviewing Christian Cage. Christian Cage is going to take Omega's titles. Christian cut a little promo. It was good. I liked it. Good match. I liked the promo. Yep. The next match was for the TNT Championship. Miro vs. Fuego del Sol. I liked this match. It was good. I liked how it was led. I liked how Fuego del Sol hit his 3 tornado DDT, which is finishing move, which y'all ever hits. I liked how that really teased he was going to upset Miro. I liked how the stipulation was that Fuego del Sol got the win. Not only would he get the TNT Championship, but also we get an AEW contract. For those that watch Dark or don't follow Dark, this has been going on with Fergal Del Sol for months now. He's been trying to get an AEW contract. Where he's come close several times, but just can't quite win. He's only had one win, his whole time in AEW. And he calls himself Alabama's greatest luchador. Um, he's very little, very small, but he's very good, tough, fast. He's quick. He's athletic. He's got agility. Um, so yeah, I like him, and I always root for the underdog because I'm an underdog myself. So I like the storytelling. I like the story that told. Big fan of Miro as well. He's a beast. Yeah, I've loved Miro's whole TNT Championship run so far with his title. Ever since he left Kip Penelope, they finally booked him. He's finally being the beast like he should have been all along. When he first showed up in AEW. Yeah. So I like Burger Del Sol. He's got talent. I like Miro. I like this match. Thought it was good. I like the stipulation. Miro basically ended up stomping the match. Hit a big old monster kick. Miro locked in his game over finisher. And Fuego del Sol tapped out immediately. So after the bell, Miro tore up Fuego del Sol's would-be contract. Commercial break, back for commercial. Fuego del Sol's getting up from the mat. Sammy Guevara comes out. And he's a couple of Tony Khan. They said, we gotta, Sammy Guevara said, we're best friends, and, you on my vlogs a lot, we've been, everybody follows you on YouTube, and, stuff been doing on Dark. You deserve a contract, even though you lost. You deserve a contract, and, he basically, Tony Khan and Guevara hands Fuego del Sol a contract, and, Fuego del Sol stands tall, and the crowd cheers loudly. So it was good. I liked it. Good match, and I was glad Fuego del Sol is finally signed officially. So congratulations for him. Then they show Sting and Darby Allin sitting up in the rafters. I thought that was cool. There's a video playing of Darby Allin. Yep. Again, he's teasing the best in the world, CM Punk tease. So we'll see what happens with that. But it's a good video package, and I liked showing him up in the stands. I thought that was cool. Mark Henry interviewed Red Velvet and Brett Baker, and Baker says that Red Velvet ruined nothing for Baker, and that it never rains in Britsburg. She calls it in Pittsburgh, where she's from, Britsburg. Commercial break. Back for commercial, it was the main event for the AEW Women's World Championship. The champion, Dr. Britt Baker, DMD versus Red Velvet. I really enjoyed this match. Thought it was a very good match. One of AEW's better women's matches I've had in AEW. I thought Red Velvet looked really good. Dr. Britt Baker looked good as well. They had a really tough, competitive match. A couple times that made me feel like I felt like Red Velvet might get the upset win. Shocking, unexpected win. But this was a really good match. Red Velvet was very tough. Britt Baker showed very tough, and Britt Baker had one of her best matches. So did Red Velvet. I just really enjoyed this match. It was a really good competitive championship match. It ended with Red Velvet down to the corner splash, and starts to attack Britt Baker's injured wrist with the cast and all. Baker hit her elbow to the head, but got caught with a drop kick after Baker sprung off the ropes at one point. Commercial break. Basically ended with Baker rolling out after a whole lot of other stuff. Back and forth competitive. Baker rolled over to the other side of Red Velvet and used her good hand and locked in her lockjaw and got the victory. Because she had went for the lockjaw several times in the match, and Red Velvet countered, and Red Velvet actually got to move in on Britt Baker at one point. But anyway, Britt Baker used her other hand to put Red Velvet in the lockjaw, and Britt Baker got the submission. So Dr. Britt Baker, DMD, is still your champion. After the bell, Baker slammed Red Velvet to the mat. Baker continued to attack. Chris Chandler runs in to make the save. But she's met by a diva, and by a woman, that returning woman. I didn't recognize that first. Favored Becky Lynch, but I knew it wasn't Becky Lynch, obviously. But it was Jamie Hayter. A lot of people had to said it's confused, didn't remember who she was. She was in AEW when AEW first started, for a little while. Yep. But it's good to see her back in AEW, and I like her new look. She's got talent. Yep. So This was a really good match, a cool little segment after the match. Yep. So just a really fun match. I really liked it. Britt Baker had a really good homecoming. I thought this was a really good show. I give it an 8 out of 10. Very good first Dynamite Rampage show. Just a very good show. I loved it. Great show. Non-stop action from beginning to end. All the matches was good. Everything made sense. I liked the beatdown and then the promos during the show and the surprise appearance of Jamie Hayter being back and Flair Soul getting a contract and just seeing Sting and Darby up in the Rapids I thought was cool. Yeah, this was a really fun, really good show. I really enjoyed it. Like I said, 8 out of 10. Really good show. I really loved it. So, great show. Yep. So, AEW Rampage, first episode was a success, in my opinion. Great show. 8 out of 10. So, 2 solid shows by AEW for the week. So, great job for them. Now, I'm going to talk about Ring of Honor a little bit and then review the AAA show. Ring of Honor I thought was good. They continued more of the women's tournament. But it had a good match. It was good. I liked it. Yeah. It's a good match. I liked it. And the main event, good women's match, I thought. And then the main event, they also did a promo of Matt Taven and Vincent setting up for that big match Friday night. At Ring of Honor's big show pay-per-view. So I'm looking forward to that. That should be really good. I've really enjoyed Matt Taven and Vincent's rivalry. Since Vinny, betrayed Matt Taven. So I just really enjoyed this rivalry and everything. This feud, I thought it's been very good. So I'm really looking forward to the match. I like this video package hyping up the rivalry. I thought it was good. The video package they showed here, I thought was good. And the main event was Violence Unlimited, Brody King, Dickinson, and somebody else against Gresham and the Briscoes. It was a fun match. I liked it. I thought it was a good match. It started out slow, but it ended up being a good match. I figured it would be. It was a good match. I liked all the beatdowns and stuff that happened afterwards. So yeah, I liked the show. I thought it was good. I give it a 6.5 out of 10. Another good Ring of Honor show. I liked it. So looking forward to Ring of Honor's big show Friday night, and I'm gonna try to I'll be reviewing that for you all as well. So another good Ring of Honor show, 6.5 out of 10. Good show. And I'm gonna wrap this up really quickly. I'm gonna just talk about it quickly. This is the first AAA show I've ever seen. I've always wanted to watch it, never seen it. AAA, Lucha Libre Worldwide. It's Conan's organization. This is like their big pay-per-view. But I thought this was good. It was all in Spanish, so I couldn't really understand most of what they were saying, and I couldn't really understand the storylines. But I liked the matches. I'm a big fan of Lucha Libre Wrestling, so I enjoyed it. It was a lot of fun. I didn't know a lot of the wrestlers early on that first started coming out, but I thought the matches were good, even though some of them was, long and drawn out. I had a lot of good high flying and a very in-your-face action, 100%, 100 mile per hour, action, non-stop action at points. Yep. So I thought the match was good, and also I liked how had some of the AEW guys there in matches. Brian Cage, Lucha Bros was also in a match. Yep. So you got to see them, and of course the big match. The main, which one they didn't end up being the main event, but I thought the main event was good too. But the big match everybody was talking about was Andrade versus Kenny Omega for Kenny Omega's AAA title. Kenny Omega, had a good entrance as always. Before the event, Kenny Omega cut a good promo. So did Andrade. Towards the night, middle of the night, they had a thing where Andrade went to talk to Conan went to talk to Andrade back in the locker room. It's hard to understand what they were saying, but Conan and Andrade got into a heated argument, and Conan was really ticked off. He then went to Kenny Omega's locker room and said, Kenny, I say I got a business proposition for you that guarantees you leave here still champion tonight, and you beat Andrade, and you leave here the champion. I got a business proposition where you say, Kenny Omega said, let me hear you out. Yep. So that made you pretty much believe that Kenny Omega was going to retain against Andrade after seeing that. Uh, and that's what happened, but I thought it was a good match. I liked it. It was a lot of stalling to begin the match, a lot of, start and stop. But once the match got going, it was a good match, good, competitive. It wasn't a great match, but it was a really good match. I really liked it. I think they could have a great match. So I hope they fight each other again soon. Uh, I thought it was also cool. I wasn't expecting Ric Flair actually come out to walk to Andrade to ringside and stood in Andrade's corner for the match the whole time. Uh, Found out later on, earlier today, that on Twitter, Charlotte Flair was also there in attendance backstage. Conan took a picture with her and Charlotte Flair, so I thought that was cool. Charlotte being there to, see her daddy and see Andrade wrestle, her fiance. Uh, but yes, it was a really good match. I liked it. Uh, I liked how Ric Flair got involved in the match. I liked how Conan got involved in the match. I liked how Ric Flair and Andrade both did chops on Conan and Andrade. I thought that was cool. It's cool to see Ric Flair interfere in the match a little bit and get a little bit of moves in. I liked how Ric Flair got the figure four leg lock. Uh, that was awesome on Conan, and I liked how Andrade got the figure four leg lock on Kenny. Uh, yeah, so that was just really cool, and I liked how they was both, tapping out together at the same time, in succession. Uh, yeah, in unison. I thought it was a really good match. I liked it. Uh, Ended up winning, being, Kenny Omega eventually hit V Triggers and eventually hit the Wandering Angel and beat Andrade. And so Kenny Omega is still the AAA champion, world champion. Also, like I said, some names that I like was also on this card. Like I said, the Lucha Boys, Phoenix and Pentagon was wrestling. Laredo Kid, I've watched him wrestle in AEW and Ring of Honor and MLW. He's really good. Brian Tage. And they had a tag team, a AAA tag title match. And Phoenix and Pentagon retained the titles. Yeah. Uh, Also, we had a women's match. Deonna Purrazzo defended, beat Fabi Apache to win the AA Reina de Reno's title. Uh, yep. Team Lanada America defeated Team Terra Parapa. Uh, La Empresa Puma King Sam Adonis and DMT Azul defeated Team AAA Pagano, Murderclan, and Chessman. Mask versus Hair match. Psycho Clown defeated Ray Orskin in a mask versus hair match. Uh, yep, so like I said, this was a fun show. I liked it. I really enjoyed the Andrade Omega match. I liked the women's match. I liked all the matches on the show, even the stuff I didn't, understand, language wise. But I thought it was a good, solid show. Messy in parts, but just a lot of fun and just really different. And I liked the atmosphere and I liked the ring. They had like the triple sided ring, like Impact had or used to have. I don't know if they still do or not, because I don't watch Impact. But I thought it was a good show. I liked it. I give it a 7.5 out of 10 just because of the Andrade Kenny Omega match. Yep, 7.5 out of 10. A good show. I liked it. It was good. I liked it. Yep. So that's it. That's all for my wrestling news. It was a really good week of wrestling. Yep. So that's all for this review. I'll see you guys next week, and I'm also going to be trying to review the Ring of Honor pay-per-view or event from Friday night sometime next weekend. So stay tuned for that. Happy wrestling. See ya. Bye.